to me that you know what you're doing, that you operate the boat in a safe manner, that you make command decisions, and I'm happy to inflict you on the general public. In other words, your family and friends, right? So the things that make people fail out here are don't maintain a good and proper lookout, go too close to something in the water when you're supposed to be whatever distance off, go the wrong side of a channel marker. That's not a good thing to do, is it? If you frighten me, you've basically failed, all right? But we're going to do a whole heap of different competencies, and you'll learn things as we go along. It's not terribly difficult. It's just about operating the boat safely and proving to me that you're in command of the vessel, all right? So we start off, we do all these slow boat handling things first. So we drive the boat at 4 knots, we drive the boat at 6, at 8, and come up to a mooring, or we do a man overboard recovery, which is very similar. We do some turns, so we do some 8-knot turns, 360 degrees round to port, round to starboard. When we stop the boat, we do the same thing going astern, so you can drive the boat backwards going slowly, so you get used to feeling the boat. Then we're going to throw one of these fenders over. I wasn't going to throw you in. I knew you were getting concerned. Right, we'll throw one of the fenders over, that's our man overboard recovery, and we come back and pick them up. So you need to be aware of where the wind is, you need to be aware of where that person is in the water. You need to take command of the vessel, get the crew working for you. That's not me. Let's get the crew working for you, pointing to it, you know, and come back and make a safe recovery of that fender, which is in fact our person in the water. And what I want you to do is drift into them, be in neutral about 3 boat lengths away, just coast in. When you get next to the person, we may get contact with them boat hook, switch the engine off, and get them on board. That's very important to get that engine switched off, because if it was a real person, we bring them on board, there's a big chance they'll get endangered by the engine and propeller. So we're going to do all that. Everyone's going to have a turn at that as we make our way up the river here, and then we're going to go and do some high-speed stuff. So you get to drive the boat at 20 knots if you're under 16, bad luck, only 20 knots. 25 knots if you're if you're going to be a general licence holder, and we do some high-speed stuff, some figure-of-8 turns, and just so you get used to driving the boat quickly. And that's about it, really. And once we've done all that, hopefully you've proved to me that you're safe, and we can issue you the certificate of competency, which you're going to do what with? Take it to the Maritime office. Don't take it to the RTA, because they won't process it for you. So, all right. So, Rihanna, I want you to get us going at 8 knots. Now, 8 knots in this boat, this is the tacho just here, right? 8 knots in this boat is going to be about 2.5 on this dial here, about 2,500. So what you do is just gradually squeeze that throttle forward. Yeah, don't look out of the boat. Just gradually squeeze it forward and you'll feel the boat accelerate. No, just push the lever forward.
Squeezing the red too.
No, once it's in here,
that's 20.
so just a little bit more. Watch where you're going. And maintain that good and proper lookout. So once we've gone round to start, we're going to do the same turn, but going round to port, which is this side, isn't it? Okay, so round we go. So watch the motor and you can see what it does when you turn the wheel. Turn it more. More. A bit more. So there you go, and round we're starting to turn now. So the boat's starting, what we call answer the helm. And round we come. So it doesn't need a lot of power to go astern, and it's quite responsive. No. No. The port side's always the port side, the starboard side's always the starboard side. It's irrelevant as to which way you're facing, that's always the port side. Okay, so let's stop the boat here. Fantastic. We're going to head down towards that bridge down there.
Yeah.
That's the Spit Bridge.
Okay.
You know the Spit Bridge?
No.
No, of course not. You're from Greenwich, you're on that side. Never seen this bridge before, ever. So we're going, this is Middle Harbour down here.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to head down that way. There you go. Now we're moving. to bring it up on the starboard side of the boat. Closing on it. That's enough, but don't turn the wheel too much. So straighten the wheel there. Pop it into neutral about out here. Probably a little bit too far away from it. See what happens if you turn the wheel. Very difficult to make the boat close in when the propeller's on top. Don't turn away from it. Keep turning. Easy in summer.
Yeah.
It can be like Pitt Street here, but in winter, you know, Sydney's full of fair weather sailors.
Right.
In winter it's just lovely, and there's some absolutely gorgeous days like today. Just put a jumper on, rug yourself up, come out here in a lovely night. So we're doing 4 knots.
We're doing about 4 knots.
Okay, so do you think this is a walking pace? About 1,000 RPM on the tacho, there's very little wave out the back, so I think that's pretty close to 4. Okay, so get us going at 8 now. If you're out here at night and you see a white light though that goes flash, 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 goes dark, a minute or so later flash, 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 goes dark, what would that be?
Well, that'd be your east marker, sort of saying that, you know, there's good water to the east of that marker.
Okay, so which way's east? That way. How do you know?
Well, the sun's there, main sea's out there, we're on the east coast of Australia.
I've got an easier way.
Yeah?
Yeah, look at the compass.
Good point.
Okay. So what sort of channel marker is sitting in front of us?
Well, it's, you know, it's a green sort of starboard marker when you're coming up, coming in. So I've got to have my green sign and green position.
Absolutely right. Starboard lateral. Yeah. So I'm going upstream, so the wheel's green to green. Yep, absolutely, that's the big thing that's the worry, isn't it? That's winter.
Yeah, no.
They'll still swim. 8 metres now. Okay.
Could you please go channel 22 and stand by for a call, please, over?
So to get to the spot over land, you've got to do a bit of a hike.
You've got to walk in here. Yep. So I'm now in 4 metres of water. So it comes up pretty quickly.
There's a full motor coming over here.
Yep.
So that's the seagrass.
There's the seagrass over there. Now what I've got to do is trim the engine up. So I'm going to bring the engine up to the shallow drive mode, which is there. Here it changed note.
Yeah.
That's the shallow drive mode. I'm still in gear, idle ahead. If I can't, if the propeller's not turning, I can't steer it. So 1.5 metres here. So I'm going to pop it into neutral. So now we're just coasting in. You might see some, often we see stingrays on the bottom in here. Can you hear the waterfall up there?
Beautiful.
And there's some Aboriginal paintings in the caves over here. You can walk around and have a look at. Yep, heading towards the rock. So here we are at 1 metre, 0.9. So how close can I get in?
Sand, you can wedge.
I'm using a little bit of reverse just to slow it down a bit. That's about as close as I can get. So how close can I get to the beach?
Pretty close.
Pretty darn close. Right.